Copyright disclaimer. Why have I stopped using this word and prefer the word flourish? Some say that it's a play on the words be less, but that's not what halted me from uttering it. Instead, its dark origin. It originated from the Proto-Germanic word blotham, referring to blood, and bloodison, marked with blood. The readers of the scriptures are led to believe that it equates with the Hebrew word barak, that means to bend the knee, to praise, worship, or invoke favor, when its true meaning is quite far from it. Originally, a blood sprinkling on pagan altars.
Called the Canaanites in the Bible, the Phoenicians established a vast maritime empire.
In crises of great danger, it was a custom of the Phoenicians to give freely their best love. Those given up were slaughtered in mystic rites.
The priest carried the baby at the head of a procession to the sacrificial altar in a sacred precinct known as a tophet. These grinning masks have been found in Phoenician sites. They were probably hung on walls to ward off evil spirits in the next world, but some experts believe they were worn by the parents to hide.
Clownish mask, Nephilim, demonic spirits being invoked.
The blood of the child was collected and used to anoint the altar.
They sometimes sprinkle children's blood upon the altars.
Sprinkling blood upon pagan altars.
And the whole area before the statue was filled with a loud noise of flutes and drums, so that the cries of the wailing should not reach the ears of the people.
Mumming the sounds or keeping it in secret. Sounds familiar?
Some accounts imply the dead baby's face was covered with a grinning mask before it was thrown onto the funeral pyre.
When the flames fall upon the body, the limbs contract, and the open mouth seems almost to be laughing. Thus it is that the grin is known as sardonic. They would bring to the altars children whose age evokes pity, even among enemies.
To think that men were so barbarous, so savage, that they gave the name sacrifice to the slaughter of their own children.
Savage and barbaric, not even taking into account that they have this sacred prostitution.
This was a place where sacred prostitution took place, and the prostitutes were girls from what we would say good family, offering their virginity to the goddess Astarte.
According to Roman and Greek historians, it was common practice among Phoenician aristocrats to bring their virgin daughters to the temple when they reached
Puberty, still children.
The girls had to go to the temple of Astarte and stay there and be lain with strange men.
More like perverted men.
the high priest would then force them to have sex with visiting foreigners who paid the temple handsomely for the privilege.
The stranger was viewed as an emissary from the gods. After intercourse, the girl had made herself holy in the sight of Astarte and went away home.
These very young girls were actual prisoners until they were deflowered. So the pretty girl could get home quite quickly after giving up their virginity, while the ugly one had to...
How nauseating, disgusting, despicable these rituals can be. And the documentary was made not to awaken, but to desensitize its watchers.
History is written by the victorious, and virtually everything we know about the Phoenicians comes
The
from
Roman
their
destruction
enemies.
led to the destruction of the great library at Carthage itself, and as a result of that, we've lost all of the original documents written by the Phoenicians in their own language, describing what had actually transpired in this city in the years before the Roman destruction.
During the height of one orgiastic rite, Phoenician men sometimes castrated themselves in an attempt to emulate their goddess Astarte.
Castration, more like Baphomet worship, just like what's happening today. And nothing is new under the Shemesh.
I can't even believe I'm in the entertainment industry. I can't. It's so unlikely. I'm from a small town in Indiana. I'm not a pedophile.
In conclusion, BLESS is connected with the children's and virgins, and do not give any of your offspring to pass through to, and do not profane the name of your Almighty. I am Yahuwah. All praises and thanksgiving to Yahuwah our Almighty through His Ben Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom.